All right, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in game number 4 right now of the clan wars between IC and Infinity. And really, instead of saying IC, we should just say Dream versus Infinity, because so far he's knocked out 3 of Infinity's players. He's knocked out Gazerbeam in game number 1, Infinity's Death in game number 2, and Guru Snowcane in game number 3. And now he's trying for game number 4. And in this one, we can see in the bottom section as a green Terran, we've got Infinity's Metabo, and Death again as in the 9 o'clock position, spawning in close air positions. We have IC's Dream. A little bit of lag coming in as the players and the spectators are getting in and settled into the game. And a little pokey action, a little, oops, he says.
Hybrid.
And we do have a, there he goes. He's putting down his supply depot, a little dance before his supply depot goes down. They both go down at pretty much the same time, 12. Metabo's is just a tiny bit earlier. Doesn't really mean much, but maybe you could say his build was just a little bit cleaner at that time. Not that big of an issue, just gives us something to talk about, more or less. And by the way, this is Surreal, as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, along with my co-caster in crime, Hugs and Kisses, who, as I've just found out, he likes being on the radio side of casting, not on the video side.
Thank you.
And in between games, I told Dream that we've said so much about him, we needed more things to talk about. So I asked him what his favorite color was. He said pink. I say
I think
his.
it's a very manly color.
I don't know if Dream is actually a guy or a girl. Never met him in person. Regardless, his Terran play is very manly. No offense. All right, both players still doing a pretty common build so far. And actually, Metabo has started his scouting. He realized that he was not in the upper right-hand corner, and it looks like he's going to go to cross position, and then finally, in the last place he could possibly look to see if Dream is in there. Dream is also starting his out, and the first place that he goes is cross map, and the second place will be in the short distance. And I don't think Metabo knows this is an MLG map. I don't think that he can spawn in that close position. I don't know the MLG map that well, so that may be a spawning possibility. But Dream seems to think I'm not too worried about the close by ground position, so he's going directly for it. Both units have their Marines sitting in front, making sure that nothing gets seen. And it looks the Dream not get... No, he's already got his ready, and he's got a fast factory going down as well, too.
We might be seeing some Hellions, I think.
I was about to say...
No, Marine Siege Tank, I think.
You think it's going to be Siege? I don't know. I would like to see some Hellions in here. Although that is a pretty small choke point, so Hellions aren't as effective in here as they are in some of the other maps. But still, identical builds so far. 2 Marines at the ramp takes down Metabo's, and you can see they're both building factories, and they both have 2, and actually there's 3 here now, and both of those SCVs go down as well, too, so things still pretty even, although Dream does have 2 more supply.
We see a reactor going down for Metabo.
Reactor going down from Metabo onto the barracks, although I don't think that he is going to get double. I have a feeling that he is going to go for the Hellions. And we do see a star point also for IC Dream. So he was building 1 of each. And we may see... I don't know. Do you think this will also be... He's building the tech lab onto that, so we may see Banshees again. Nope.
Husky Starcraft, that's the name for Metabo, IC Dream's build. It's like called the Destiny Cloudfist build, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah? And what does that entail?
Excuse me?
What does that entail? What do you mean by that?
It means that he has like 1 barracks, 1 factory, 1 starport.
I see, just 1 of each before they start building other things. We do see an Angie Bay going down, and we do see the cloaking field going out for IC Dream, but still no Banshees yet, so he's just going to wait on his Banshee. That is pretty interesting. Usually you see, and there it goes, the Banshee does come out. Siege Tech is going down.
We see a similar thing from Metabo, 111.
Yes, but instead of air, he is going heavy ground. Those tanks do a lot of damage to ground units, but no damage to air units, so it's a pretty good counter so far that Dream is going for. He is getting heavy gas. He's moving his
Metabo
Marines.
pushing out.
Metabo is pushing out with a tank, but yeah, that's actually a pretty good timing attack, because right about the time that he gets there, this siege attack is going to be done. And he'll be able to take out probably some of these Marines. If he scans them, he will be able to probably take all of them out. Nothing seen yet for iCDream. He does see the tank now. It's starting to siege up. Still nothing coming in yet. He's just sitting there. He does move up the ramp, and he starts taking out all those Marines. They do move back. But he does get, he's only got 1 kill out of it. And he is going to start moving up slowly. That Banshee is ready to go, though. Cloak is almost done. So he's going to be able to bypass those Marines, possibly. He is starting to hit. The tank does siege up, and it's going to start hitting those Marines. They're clumped together, so he may start losing it. But no, the tank does go down before that. He cloaks up, and so the Marines are going to be safe. But we do see a Hellion out as well, too.
We see a Raven coming out from Metabo.
Raven is coming out. But right now, Dream is taking down some of those. Yeah, I think he cleaned up the rest of those with that Banshee. And he is going to start moving down to the south. We have 2 Banshees. He's waiting for both of them to come in. And they both do come down. And now they are going to start harassing these SCVs.
We see the Raven just coming out in time.
Raven's coming out. They're going to try to... No, they don't even think they bother cloaking, because he sees that it's a Raven. And the auto turret does push them away. Pretty even supply as far as the minerals come in. And if we look at the army count, a little bit ahead for Metabo, but not by a bunch, because we do see heavy secondary units being built. Metabo is starting to build some extra Vikings just to cover those contingencies. He's flying those around just to make sure. And the Banshee is following. Yeah. Not a lot of units really on the field other than these Banshees. So that is one downside to building a lot of Banshees, is you don't get a lot of buildings. But at the same time, too, they're going to knock off this tank very quickly. They start targeting one down, but then they start going for the Marines. He scans it. He does take one take down, and he targets all the... no, he is going to start targeting the tank, but this Viking is going to start picking away at it. He does take one of the Banshees down, and the other one does get ready to come in. A Viking does come out for Dream as well, too. Starts picking off this Banshee, but the Banshee puts down an auto turret. He's going to try to take out some SCVs. He may get 1 or 2 out of it, but they are going to knock out that auto turret.
The Raven goes down for Metabo.
Right, another Raven is coming out for Metabo, and Dream is getting siege tech as well too, so he may transition now into ground units. And that's really pretty smart. He did see that the Vikings were coming out, and he doesn't know if he's mass-producing those Vikings or not. So just to be on the safe side, he's going to get some ground units. +1 upgrades going up in weapons for Dream, so we can definitely tell that he is going ground.
We see Command Center coming out for Metabo, while iCDream's Command Center is already down.
Yeah, and where is... Oh, yeah, he's just now getting the orbital command, and actually he's not going to lift it. He's just going to keep pumping a few... SCVs before he does that. And we do see, nope, not moving out, just kind of sitting there happy, defending his natural base so he can get its SCVs going. And we do see Blue Flames coming out as well, too, so a very good counter from Metabo. He may be sensing, I don't think he scanned, but he may be sensing that there's some +1 play. The +1s were going up.
It would be nice to see Hellion drop in the corner of his base. Look at all of them, the unguarded SCVs.
Scanned by Dream, as he knows now that this command center is floating to its natural, so they know that they're equal on bases. But yeah, there's not much defending this at all. If he were to drop a few Hellions, actually he's dropping some Marines. And they are going to stem... Oh, no, there is no stem yet. He's just now researching stem. That may be a little bit of blunder. He may have wanted to stem and realized it wasn't there, and he immediately started his stem pack. But he does start taking a few of those SCVs out, and he is going for the heavy supply depot, one that got dropped from the orbital command. If he takes that out quickly, it's going to be a huge chunk of supply that's going to go missing. And he... 26-10, and he does take it out, and supply caps Dream, but he's going to clean that up very quickly.
It was a pretty effective drop, taking down a heavy supply depot and delaying mining for at least a bit of time.
And in the same sense, Metabo does drop 2 of those heavy supply depots as well too, so he is not worried about being supply blocked anytime real soon. But Dream is moving out. He was a little bit supply blocked, but that didn't seem to bother him. He has tanks with air support, and let's see, what are the unit counts for Metabo? He does not have any air support other than a Banshee, so these Vikings are going to be very effective. Even though there's just 3 of them, he is going to rule the skies.
We see 4 tanks for Dream and outpowering the 1 tank of Metabo.
Only 1. And it looks like, yeah, he is going to move these tanks over to one side, but the tank is going to be there ready for it. And he does scan. He's going to take out this single tank pretty quickly. And now there are no tanks, I don't believe, for Metabo. And he is going to get squeezed like a python very shortly when these tanks start moving forward. Single tank is being created. Let's see where it's rallying to. Where did his thing go? Oh, yeah, he's going to rally here. Maybe if he can take this high ground here, but the air support isn't going to help matters a whole lot. And he is moving forward. Oh, and the Marines are just far too strong for Metabo's army. And he is going to take out this natural.
We see Metabo's floating on 500. He could have spent those to at least, hold off the attack a bit longer.
Yeah, well, he actually was creating units. He just had more supply. Maybe an extra factory or something like that would have been useful, but there just wasn't enough time, really, for that. Look at all of the SCVs there. Too many. And there is the game, and Dream takes yet another match. 4-0.